We meet again. Hello. Cathar Love 66. Cathar Love isn't falling in love. Now there is a difference. I won't say I'm an expert on falling in love, but I've had my share, and I've fallen in love with those who did not fall in love with me, and I've had others who have fallen in love with me, and I'm sorry I didn't reciprocate with them. I've been in love, and I've been in real pain, real heartache. You know what I'm talking about. There's not too many, that, especially I'd say in their teenage years, that haven't had their heart rent to shreds, torn into little bits, stamped on, stomped on, and the pain of it all. We've all been there, and for many, once is enough. For others, twice. I didn't learn my lesson the first time. And yet, others are still out there looking for love. Someone said that regarding women, that women fall in love once. After that, they fall in love with falling in love. Meaning, I think, that when one falls in love, I mean, the world takes on a different colour. Music sounds sweeter. There's a joy, an uplift of spirit. It's fantasy land. And it's an amazing feeling. It's especially if that love is being reciprocated. The trouble is with this system, and I can speak from personal experience, is that just as we can fall in love, we can also fall out of love. So this is not Cathar love. Cathar love is more love of your family, the love that you have of a child, the love of a dear friend, same sex, doesn't matter. This type of love, this love that you, this deep love that you have for this person, this deep love you have for this, the well-being of this person, for the happiness of this person. This is Cathar love, except that Cathar love wants to give it to everybody. If you meet someone in the street and you smile, it's just being pleasant to people. It's being, I was in having coffee, and this woman, she was, I went to pay, and she had her glasses on, and she was taking them off and putting them on, and taking them off and putting them on, and obviously she could see quite well, but when it came to looking at the till, she had to put her glasses on to see what was happening with the till, then she'd take them off. Anyway, the customer in front of me paid, and then I came after, and I paid her the money. And I said, look, can I say that some people, when they wear glasses, they don't look great on them. I said, yet other people, when they wear glasses, it just makes them that much more attractive. And I said, you know, when you wear glasses, they really suit you. You look beautiful with glasses. And she said, where have you been all my life? And we had a laugh at the paper money and out we went. But that's no big deal. It's only saying something nice to another person. But that's spreading a little love. It's just, the place is that much happier for you being there than what it was if you hadn't been there. So but this is, if you have this feeling for people who you don't know and are strangers, and you walk along and you have a bit of a smile and they smile and how and it's just a greeting, and that will happen if you have a bit of a smile on your face. But if you're going down there and your face is all down and you got the miserables, well, the world is just that much more miserable. So we can spread a little love, we can spread a little kindness, we can spread a little happiness, we can tell a joke. The thing is that I talked about in the previous one, that Catharism is really looking for a revolution, but a revolution of spirit. A revolution, I mean, we used to have it when I was a kid in a country town in Queensland. You walk down the street and everybody said, "G'day, how are you? What a wonderful day, isn't it lovely? Yeah, the rain's coming, and how's your father? And how's your mother? And how's little Jimmy," or whatever it happened to be. People spoke to each other. They recognised each other. They acknowledged each other. And if someone had a problem, there was people there, and they're looking after each other. They brought them food, and it was just the way we did it. So, but it's something we've lost. But the world should be like this. I mean, and now we're tied up with ourselves and what we've got and how much we've got, and he's got 6 cars and he's got no cars, and big deal. And we can't have enough. I said to a friend of mine once, I said, "You've got your four houses now." I said, "You're renting 3 of them. You've got the money coming in from that." I said, "You're right now, you can relax." "Oh, no, John." He said, "No," he said, "you can't have enough security." He's been dead for 20 years. Security, big deal. They know. They said, if you can have 10 minutes hearty laughter a day, really good, solid belly laughs, ha ha ha, this is pouring years onto your life. Conversely, if you're upset and miserable and so forth, this is taking a few years off. Anyway, so Cathar Love, when it's different to falling in love, but when we fall in love, and I'm not saying we shouldn't, I'm just saying, yes, of course there's going to have chemistry between people, and I'm hoping there'll be chemistry between people, and people do get attracted to each other and fall in love. Of course, I'm not denigrating that. I'm not saying we shouldn't do that, not for the minute. It's a wonderful thing in our life, but I'm just saying, let's expand it a little. Let's be more loving towards our friends. Let's expand. Let's get this a little bit of expanded family. And so the Cathars are into how you love in your group and your friends and your family. They're interested in you and how you've got it together. And if you've got your mind, body, and spirit together, you're going to make the world a lot happier for everybody. So, and also the other factor is, if you in China in the old days, marriages were arranged, and no one on about divorce. In India today, most marriages are still arranged, and there's very little divorce over there. So in a lot of countries where this actually happens, because two people are brought to each other, and they're simply said, you are to love each other. It's as simple as that. You two are to love each other. You have to look after her happiness, her security, her well-being, and she's there to do that for you. You'll have children. You are to love those children and look after those children. That's great, and it works. I would say a lot of these people also have chemistry, and they really fall in love. But they love each other, and it's loving marriages, and they're successful marriages. They have far less divorce than in the West, where we fall in love and fall out of love, and fall in love and fall out of love. And one of the problems with this falling in love is that we're expecting, this girl, and I fall in love with her, and she's everything, she's an angel, she's this, she's that. Hang on, she's a woman. She's got all the feelings for women, for this, for that. She's got the high side and she's got the low side. All the aspects of human being. But we're trying to turn the people we love into goddesses. Like the man, he puts her on a pedestal, and same with the woman. Oh, my husband, he wouldn't do that, he's such a lovely guy, He's a man. And suddenly she gets a shock when he looks at a good-looking girl walking down the street. Yeah, sure, or whatever. So this falling in love, it's like this totality of love between two people, and it's supposed to be all-encompassing and everlasting. It doesn't. It can last. Hopefully, that will move into a deeper love where you just now love that person, and that person now loves you back. But unfortunately, for a lot of people, they need this ecstatic feelings of falling in love, and no, they're on to the next one, and they're looking for that, and it's an eternal search for this falling in love. We fall in love once, and then after that, we're in love with falling in love. So Catharism is basically there to bring more kindness, more caring, more love, more tolerance, more compassion back into the world. Less materialism. We want to bring in love. They're saying at the moment that, I forget the actual statistics, but in the last 20 years or so, half the world's animals have become extinct. That may not be the actual, but it's some incredible thing like this. And a lot of it is just through overpopulation. And there's just places, and there's more people and more children and so forth, and there's not enough room for all of us. And so this planet Earth, when we hurt her, when we wound her, and we wound her deeply, she has a way of coming back and seeking or making things a bit more equitable for everybody, because animals, and this is another thing, it's not just it's animals, the environment. The mountain has a right to exist. Animals have a right to exist just as much as we have a right to exist. So Catharism is about this love, but it's love for everybody and everything, everywhere. And so, of course, this is not going to work for everybody, but for a lot of people, there is this void, there is this emptiness. And Catharism is a very nice thing to fill this void and fill that emptiness for those who are seeking it. But at the moment, most people are totally and completely unaware of Catharism and what it means. But the thing is about it is, for Catharism, the world will be a far better place. And it's not about pain and hurt and revenge and anger, all those negative things that we see so much of. Power, me ruling you, and this quest for power and control. Catharism is quite the opposite. It's for understanding, compassion, and so forth. It's arriving. It's happening now, but at the moment it's still very much at the grassroots level. But from there, it will expand, and there's just a greater awareness of Catharism all over the world, and we can see how once again it's being introduced, and there are a few people, some of the religions are not really too happy about the reintroduction of Catharism, because it's not on about power, but the people in power know full well from history that the people, when they get to know about Catharism, they embrace it. On that note, bye for now.